Hi there. Welcome back to Attics and Basements Video Showcase. Thanks so much for tuning back in. This time around, we've actually chosen to go ahead and feature those lovely Beanie Babies. Yes, folks, the madness of the beanie world. Did you know that back in 1993 is when they actually first made their first debut at the World Toy Fair in New York City? But when they first came out, there were critics everywhere. And the reason being is because the actual owner and creator, Ty Warner, decided that instead of using typical stuffing, he would go ahead and he would use PVC pellets. And the idea was so that you can go ahead and pose your animal or sit them up however you would like. Now, the critics, of course, did not like the fact that they were so understuffed. They even referred to them as roadkill, if you will, due to the lack of stuffing. But, nevertheless, with that said, Ty made 9 original Beanie Babies. There were only 9, but when word got out that people were trading them and collecting them, the whirlwind took off, and we're glad that it did, because otherwise we would not have gotten so many wonderful little Beanie Baby favorites. Some of those happen to be the lovely Peace Bears. There were so many of these when they first came out, and I know that everyone gets confused with the Peace Bears, as do I. It's ironic, though, because some of these that were originally introduced in 1997, there are no two alike Peace Bears, but you can't actually identify them. There's actually 6 groups of the Peace Bears. One of them is Autumn, and those are like neon colors. Then you have the pastel whitewashed ones. You have some spring and summer ones, and then the transitional ones, which are vivid in color. So there's a few different types of the Peace Bears out there for you as well. The rarest Peace Bears, of course, are going to be from Indonesia, and they actually have a 4th or 5th generation tag on them, or 3rd and 6th, which, speaking of generations, did you know that there are a total of 15 generations for the tie tags? When these stuffed little babies dominated the market, other companies, of course, jumped on board, of course, to help fuel the demand of them by introducing the babies with their products attached. For example, McDonald's so brilliantly came out with their line of Beanie Babies to put with their product, and that took off like a crazed frenzy. This was a craze that actually swept the nation until 1999, when Ty announced that it would no longer make these Beanie Babies, which of course then sent everyone into a spiraling panic. They collected what they didn't have. They traded. We went ballistic. We went nuts. We spent lots of money on it. It was fun and crazy for all the housewives and the moms out there, maybe even for some of the dads. But when it finally did come to an end, and it did, we were all sad to see them go, but maybe relieved too, because, well, our pocketbooks were no longer being emptied, and we could afford to actually put food back on the table again for the family. Anyways, that is it. Our time is up for the video showcase. So if you have a great story that you would like to share about your experience with one of these lovely little creatures, please feel free to reach out to us and share. You can find us at atticsandbasements.com or leave your comments below for us. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Attics and Basements Video Showcase.